All right, let's get right into it. If you're running a travel planning business, you know that cash flow is king. But there's this one huge problem that can bring everything to a grinding halt: late payments. So in this explainer, we're going to break down how you can take that constant struggle and turn it into a smooth, automated process that actually gets you paid on time. So, does this question hit a little too close to home? If it does, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that constant pit in your stomach, the financial guessing games, and frankly, the massive drain on your time and energy. Time you should be spending on growing your business.
And look, you're not alone in this. This isn't some unique problem you're facing. It is a massive, persistent headache across the entire travel industry. These delays just wreak havoc on your cash flow. They create bottlenecks in your operations, and honestly, they're a huge source of stress.
But here's the thing you have to understand. This isn't just about the numbers on a spreadsheet. No way. The real damage, the hidden costs, they go so much deeper, and they can really start to affect the core of your business and your sanity.
And these are the real killers. I mean, just think about it. The wasted hours your team spends just chasing down invoices. Or those super awkward, hey, just following up on that payment. Conversations with clients that can totally strain a relationship you've worked so hard to build. All that uncertainty makes it impossible to invest in your own business, blocking the very growth you're fighting for.
So really, you've got this stark contrast. There's the old way, manual, reactive, and just plain stressful. You're always putting out fires. Then there's the new way, automated, proactive, and controlled. Let's talk about how you build that new way and finally take back control.
The solution here is a smart, AI-powered system. And look, this isn't just about setting up a basic "your payment is due" email reminder. It's about building a truly intelligent workflow that completely overhauls how you manage receivables from top to bottom.
Now, to make this all happen, we're not talking about some single magical piece of software. Instead, think of it as a powerful team of three. A trio of tools that work together perfectly. They're basically your new, incredibly efficient accounts receivable department. So here's how it all breaks down. First, you get everything organized in Notion. That becomes your single source of truth, your command center. Second, you use a tool called Make.com to be the engine that actually connects all your apps and triggers the actions. And third, you bring in ChatGPT to handle all your client communication with a really smart human touch. Let's start with the foundation, right? Your command center. Notion. This means no more digging through a million different spreadsheets or old email threads. Every single invoice, every deadline, every bit of communication lives right here. It gives you this crystal clear, real-time picture of exactly where your money is. Okay, so you have your command center. Now you need an engine to make it go. That's Make.com. It's the glue that holds this whole system together. It just watches Notion for triggers, like an upcoming payment due date, and then automatically kicks your workflow into gear. This is the part that makes the whole thing hands-off.
And finally, we get to the most delicate and maybe the most important part of the whole process. Your communications expert, ChatGPT. This is where the real magic happens. It doesn't just send a generic robotic reminder. It drafts personalized, professional, and genuinely empathetic messages. It can even reference a client-specific itinerary, so it maintains that high-touch, personal feel you're known for, while still making sure you get paid.
This quote from the source material just sums it up perfectly. We are talking about a fundamental shift, changing one of the biggest struggles in your business into something that's not just manageable, but totally automated. So what does that actually look like day to day? What's the real payoff?
Let's talk about that payoff. The reason this whole integrated system works so incredibly well is that it hits the problem from every single angle. It slashes human error, it gets cash into your bank account faster, and maybe most importantly, it gives you your time back. And these are the results you can actually feel. You're just flashing all of that administrative busy work. You're minimizing those little human errors that can end up being so costly. Your cash flow becomes steady and predictable. Your client communication actually gets better. And finally, you are free to focus on what you actually love, designing amazing trips and growing your business.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but where do you actually start? Let's make this super practical. We're going to look at a quick win checklist, things you can do right away to start seeing a real difference. You could seriously start this today. Set up a simple database in Notion to track your invoices. Then use Make.com to build a bridge to your booking software so they talk to each other. Hop into ChatGPT and generate your first couple of reminder templates, and then start thinking about that escalation path, What happens at 7 days overdue versus 30 days overdue? These are the real, concrete steps you can take to get back in the driver's seat. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Once you've automated away all the stress and the hassle of chasing payments, what are you going to do with all that time and energy you get back? Are you going to design incredible new itineraries? Go out and find new dream clients? Or maybe, just maybe, take a well-deserved vacation for yourself. The potential is all yours.